And just like that, we're back. Hello, everyone. Hello. I should be live, hopefully. We do need to... Let's make sure I'm live on the... Okay, great. Good. We're looking nice. If we could change the stream category to Warhammer. Actually, I'll do it myself. All right, cool. The only thing I need to change is I need to move the YouTube chat. I need to grab the new YouTube chat. I beat you to it, Hawk. You're too slow. Should be a really good time though. I'm really excited for what's... I don't know if y'all saw, like, so Games Workshop apparently slipped up earlier and accidentally posted an updated old world map, and it showed new factions in Talea and Nostalgia, and like, if we're getting playable Talea and Nostalgia, I'm gonna shit my pants out of excitement. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's gonna be graphic and ruin the VOD and all that stuff. But I am really looking forward to today's show. Let me go post on socials that we're about to go live. Las Vegas Open about to start, baby. Live. Come enjoy the reveals live with me right now. I'm gonna post this here and here. Nope, not like that. Like that. And then I'm gonna get off the Twitters because there are some people that I know that are like at LVO, and I think they get to see everything a little earlier than us. Because I'm already starting to see some reactions. So I already, because one thing that I think I predicted is happening, which is cool, but I don't want to get too spoilered, so I'm gonna get off Twitter and stuff, because I don't want to have everything spoiled for me. And then we want to go to the Warhammer. I don't think their live stream is up yet. Knowing them, they'll start it like 5 or 10 minutes before. But it should be pretty hype. I'm pretty excited. It should be a good time. We've got just a bit before it starts. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. So I would advise y'all to do the same. I might also get a little bit of something to eat. But we've got a good bit until the show's gonna start. About 29 minutes till the show begins. So here, I'm gonna just put on some. I'm just gonna put on some little music. I can't believe Valrex got 2,000 people watching. That's crazy. So let's do what's some like reasonably hype background music, but not like too crazy. Maybe this. Are we gonna watch the whole thing? Yeah, we're gonna watch the whole thing. We're not just gonna watch the we're gonna watch the AOS stuff, old world stuff, 40k, all of it. Alright, so I'm gonna put this up real fast. The BRB screen. So I'm gonna go heat up some chicken nuggets or something downstairs real fast. And then I'll come back for the stream and we'll have a good time. But should be a lot of fun. I will see you guys in just a minute. Oh, we're not gonna watch the tournament. We're gonna watch the reveals, just to be super clear. I just left Valrex's stream to join here because the chat is way too big and crazy. I mean, that's half the fun, though. The Valrex streams are wild. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab some food. So everybody settle in. Should be a good time. I'm gonna grab some chicken nuggets, I think, and I'm also gonna use the restroom. I would advise y'all to stretch and do all that stuff as well. All right, I'll see you in a minute.
I've returned.
When does it start? It starts in exactly 20 minutes. This is when it starts. I got me some food. Ugh. Ugh. Sadie's with me as well. Because she's like, that smells like chicken. What you got there, boy? Hello, hello! Get my dumb face out of the way. Good evening! Good evening! So, should be some pretty exciting stuff tonight. I'm really looking forward to the stream. Also, we can throw on some... Why not put on Mechanicus in the background for a bit? Any hopes or expectations for AOS besides the likely Soulblight? Not a ton. I don't... I think there's a reasonable chance, not super gigantic, but I think there's a reasonable chance that we might get to see something in regards to like what maybe the next big race will be. If we're lucky, maybe like some Chaos Warden or a or the Umberneth or something. The only thing that I've seen that jumps out at me though is the what looked like a new Black Knights. Also my messed up. But the only thing I've really seen so far is new Black Knights. Because we have a new Witch King, so I'm not... Or Witch King. A new White King. So I'm not expecting another White King model unless they're just doing, like, new skeletons. If they're doing new skeletons, then maybe we'll see something. Alright, here we go. We're on the Warhammer official channel. And I am subbed to them because I hate myself, on Twitch. That way there's no ads. But how are y'all? What are y'all hoping for? The big thing, God, I'm really hoping they're gonna talk about old world map expansion. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to see High Elf stuff as well. High Elf or Beastmen. I think High Elves are supposed to be next. But one of the models they revealed really looked like a Beastman silhouette. Hey, N7 Greenfire, thank you so much for becoming a member. I love seeing those green names in chat. Green names in chat always make me happy, dude. Yeah, because if what they kind of accidentally leaked apparently is real, like if that's real and they're doing it, the implications for the old world and the implications for Total War are titanic. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Clan Pestilence, God, I wish, dude. They are not gonna do. They're not gonna do Clan Pestilence. The Beastman Shadow Pick was an accident. That particular image got delayed. Oh, really? You're thinking the undead model is a new named character? That could be cool. Yeah, dude, I really want, I would really love to see new Clan Pestilence. The game needs cats? Well, we have the Tiger Men of End, but we're probably not going to see them for a bit. Hoping for more Gotrek books? We have a new one coming. What is? I forget what it is. Is it it's Vermin Slayer. Yeah, Vermin Slayer. Have they announced a release date on that yet? But Vermin Slayer is supposed to be the next Gotrek book, which is Skaven. But it's not thankful, unfortunately. It's just like regular Skaven. But the thing that I am crossing my fingers over, and I am praying to the gods over, is that we get confirmation of playable Talea Nostalgia. If they come out today and they go, hey, here's Nostalgia, here's Talea, they're gonna have playable factions, special characters, unspeakable things will leave my mouth. Oh, okay, the show is starting. Well, so the opening of the show. Just a reminder, when we watch this show, I try to keep it so that I try to keep it where the video could be monetized, or the stream can be monetized. So I have to silence whenever they play music, because Games Workshop is lazy, and despite the fact that they own through like their video game partners and stuff, they own a bunch of soundtracks they could use that would not get YouTubers in trouble. They're too big of assholes to bother, so they like to use copyright music. But we've got 13 minutes till the start of the show, and when the show's about to start, I'll close all this and we'll make this full screen. But I'm very excited for tonight's show. Something's borked? What do you mean something's borked? Mod privileges? Sure. Actually, you can totally be a mod. Mr. Vorn. YouTube folks, if you're having a weird thing, hold on, let me pull the stream on YouTube. Works fine on my end. Refresh if your stream bugged.
Another wretched foul lizard thing joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn. Another wretched foul lizard thing joins
Hey,
the red
Yeti,
host.
thanks so much for doing a gift sub. And Soldier, thank you for the 42 months. Oh my gosh. No, it's good for us to have some mods on YouTube. It makes me happy. Thank you very much. So 40k players, I assume today's going to be about Emperor's Children. What are y'all hoping for? Like, it looks like we're getting a new Lucius the Eternal, for sure. But, is there anything else that's, like, really high on your list? What am I eating? Just some chicken nuggets. New Terminators? A Sonic Dreadnought. That's
joins
cool.
the red host. Cursed Sotek
Shundawalt, thank you so much for the 4 months.
Did you know that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for a month for free by linking it with Twitch Prime?
What? Yeah, you could do it month after month. You just have to do it manually. But what? Yeah, you can even support what I do, and it costs you nothing because you're already paying for the subscription. What? Arch Warlock, bribed to do a Wednesday stream discussing the Snakemen Fun project. Yes, that will definitely happen. Hopefully. If the creators of the Koresh fan project are willing to do it, we will definitely do it. I don't know if they want to do it. Why is Twitch so cluttered? What do you mean cluttered? Oh, like this one? Because it's not full screen yet. I guess I could go ahead and make it full screen. Hold on. Let me move the Mechanicus soundtrack over here, and then I can go ahead and make this full screen. There you go. Better? Felix Jaeger undead model? Don't you put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. You've always been a mod? Oh, well, it didn't say you were. You were just a gray name, but now you're a blue name. You want the chat turned off? Okay, that's fine. Goodness. God. There we go. Hold on. I don't think the map has changed because I think they leaked it accidentally and then they covered it back up. Let me see. Let me go on there and see if it's changed. Here it is. No. The map is the same right now. So maybe, to my understanding, they updated it and then people started noticing and then they reverted the changes. Oh, actually, there are some changes on here I didn't notice. There are interactable greenskin tribes now that I don't remember being there. So that's a little different, but we'll re-examine all of this at the end of the stream. Well, actually, here I can just bring it up. I don't remember these guys. Are these new? So we've got like so we've got the bitter eyes. Despite the constant threat of roving bands of beastmen, the goblins of the Bitter Eyes tribe enjoy their frequent raids on the isolated frontier towns of Midland, harvesting them for resource shiny trinkets. The Black Suns tribe, roaming the north edge of the world's edge mountain. Little is known of the Orc tribe, save for the distinctive black and white checks that adorn their clothing and their aggressive attitude towards their neighbors. I'm pretty sure these are new, or at least I haven't read them. Crooked Moon.
X100. I hope for the Bugmate stream so I don't have to put anything in my book.
Those are old. I could have sworn these were not here. Thank you very much, Salter. We'll definitely have Bugman this Sunday, assuming nothing bad happens. Inhabiting the Despot and Fallen King Mountain, the Crooked Moon tribe is one of the largest, most powerful hordes of night goblins in the world's mountains. It's still so weird to me that the Crooked Moon night goblins are like so far north now. Stitch skulls, identifiable by the distinctive rattle of belts as they approach. Stitch skulls tribe take severed heads of their victims and string them together in macabre bouquets that hang from their belts and totems. Are all of these interactable? Jagged Tusk, dominating the center of the Badlands, the Jagged Tusk regularly clash with other tribes and denizens of the border princes in order to maintain their tyrannical grip in the heart of the Badlands. Earning their name from their grim practice of smearing the blood of the slain on their faces, the Orcs of the Red-Faced tribe of battle-hardened warriors who are always on the hunt for a decent scrap. There's no southern tribes, weirdly. Roaming the lands of Bretonia between massive Oracle and the Grey Mountains, this nomadic tribe of Orcs and Goblins are infamous for their use of cavalry and ramshackle chariots. The core of Wa Spinecracker, the Orcs of the Bloody Tusk tribe have long terrorized the northern baronies of Bretonia, constantly testing the mettle of King Lewin Orc Slayer. And the Red Eyes, lurking within the forested foothills of the barren mountains and along the banks of the rivers Reich and Talabek, the goblins of the Red Eyes plague the ships and barges that ply the... Oh, interesting. So the Red Eyes, yeah, based on their placement, I thought they were going to be a forest goblin tribe. It seems they're a river pirate tribe. Huh. Interesting. All right, we'll definitely keep an eye on this. Varn Thraz, yeah, the Blackwater. We shall keep an eye on this. So we'll check that again after the stream. Yeah, 5 more minutes. What happened to the Queek video? It's not out yet. That's what happened to it. Where is the King of Bretonia? I suspect he probably might not be playable because he's supposed to die. Unless GW does a massive, huge lore change. Like Titanic size lore change. Lewin Orcslayer is supposed to die pretty soon in the timeline. Because his death leads to the Affair of the False Grail. When does the show start? In 4 minutes. What's your prediction for the Slaanesh DLC? Currently, it depends on what day you ask me, but currently I'm predicting Slaanesh, High Elves, and Tomb Kings. We'll pick Tomb Kings for today. But for the third race, I'm thinking it's either going to be Tomb Kings, Norska, or Bretonia. What's your dream announcement, Sotek? My dream announcement would be Games Workshop revealing that 2nd edition Old World is going to bring back the legacy races. That would be my dream announcement. If they could if they brought back the legacy races into the Old World, I would sell them my soul without question or concern. They can do whatever they want with it. Is there any hope for Vampire Coast? They could do Vampire Coast. I don't know what would be in it, but they could do it. Like, I wouldn't be able to predict anything because there's literally nothing that they'd be pulling from that I'm aware of. They could do Cathay. No, Cathay would be stupid at this point. They should get through the entire Chaos series without repeating a single faction. They shouldn't do any repeats. No repeats. We already had Cathay with Zinch. So do somebody else. Okay, we've got 2 minutes remaining. Dark Elves? Dark Elves would be kind of hard. Dark Elves would be tricky to do a full, like, a Legendary Lord, Legendary Hero, Generic Lord, Generic Hero, 5 units. Would be not easy for Dark Elves. Because of the units. Like, you could do Talaris Dreadbringer for your Legendary Lord, Shadowblade for your Legendary Hero. For your generic lord, I guess you could do a Black Ark Fleetmaster, but make him, like, completely unique. And then do... I don't even know what you do for the hero. So we have the Master, Sorceress, Assassin, the Hag, Death Hags. So there's nothing in the army list. You'd have to go to a supplemental source. Would not be easy. It'd be a little weird. You'd have to figure something out. So you'd have to make up some kind of new generic hero, which we're starting. We're starting. I gotta mute the music because when they do music, it's copyright bullshit.
Folks, and welcome to
Here we go! Here we go!
Preview.
Oh,
My
I'm
name's
excited.
Nick. This is Alex, and we're going to be your guides through the next hour.
So it's a
or
1 hour
of
show.
Wonderful new stuff to look at. Now, the Las Vegas Open is taking place in Nevada right now as we speak. If you're there at the event, we hope you're having a wonderful time. But Alex, we've got some seriously good stuff to look at, right?
Steve?
We do
Hey.
indeed. We've got stuff from
Want chicken
Warhammer
nugget?
Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000, Necromunda, and the Old World. But that's enough from us. We've got a reveal now that I am incredibly excited for.
Okay, they're getting right into it. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, it's AOS. Okay, we're starting with AOS. Remember, I'm going to mute these parts because GW is an asshole. The Restless Dead March 4th. Ooh, new Grave Guard. Oh, look at them. Barrow Guard. Oh, they're not Grave Guard, they're Barrow Guard. Oh, they look fantastic. Oh, look at the new Black Knights. Holy shit. Those horses look amazing. New Barrow Knights. Oh, who's this? Oh, new special character? White King. Oh, no, it's a new White King. Okay, so we've got 2 different White King sculpts on steeds. New Soulblight Gravelords. Okay. Oh, dude, the new skeletons look so
Beautiful
good.
box for the Soulblight Gravelords.
The new
So
skeletons
this
look
is
so
the
good.
Death Rattle army set. And as you can see, it is skeleton heavy.
It
These
is.
guys
I bet
talk
you're
very
happy
quiet, so I'm
right
gonna turn
now.
this up.
Very
Inside
happy.
the box, we've got
Oh,
the
they look
brand
so
new
good.
White Lord and or King on the skeletal steed.
Oh,
leading
you
the
can make
force
a
there.
White King.
Lots of the new Barrow
Or White
Guard
Lord?
and
Wait, what's the difference
new
between the
Barrow
Lord and the
Knights
King?
as well. There's 20 Barrow Guard and 5 Barrow Knights in the box.
Oh, they
Of
look
course, this box
so
contains
good.
the Battle Tome, the War Scroll cards, what you've come to expect. It's really so cool, this box. Isn't it?
That is
Tell me
a
about it, man.
gorgeous
What's your
box
favourite
set.
part
I
of
might
this?
get that.
I think it's going to have to be that White King.
He's so cool. We'll come to him in a second. But first of all, who are the Barrow Guard?
Right, so the Barrow Guard, these guys are basically
Halberd.
the White King.
So
or the
there's a
White Lord's
halberd variant,
bodyguard,
a great
and
weapon
they're slain
variant,
at the time of his
and
death,
sword and shield.
Knowingly or not, willingly or
Very
not.
cool.
They're then interred with him, and so when the curse strikes and he's risen, they come
They
out.
look so
These
good.
are a fantastic set of miniatures.
They're so much
there's 10 models
thicker
per
than
kit.
the old ones.
You get 20 of them in the Death Rattle Army set, and you can make the banner, the champion, the musician as you normally can. Now, if you already play Soulblight Gravelords and you have Grave Guard in your force, then this unit, the Barrow Guard, are simply a replacement inside the book for
Yeah,
that
okay,
unit.
yeah, so
you
they're
can
new
use your
Grave
Grave
Guard,
Guard models as these if you'd like to.
They
These
look
ones can
so
be armed with both a sword
good.
and a shield, or you can see some at the back there with a big double-handed axe as well.
I thought it was
They're
Krell.
really cool,
Krell,
these guys.
dude, if
Super
Krell
armored
returned, I would have
skeletons, the elite
screamed.
skeletons,
But,
as if such a thing is possible. And in
I
game,
do
they can
like
deliver
what we're
crit
getting,
mortal
though.
wounds with their weapons and protect nearby heroes as well. So elite bodyguards for heroes. They're pretty cool, right?
Indeed, and thinking of elite Death Rattle units, we've also got the Barrow Knights. So these guys are basically the nobles of the Barrow Kingdoms. They were buried
Dude,
alongside
the new
their horses, so when
the
they've
new
risen,
skeletal
they've taken them
steeds
back.
look
They've retained a little bit
amazing.
more of their sentience than the average Death Rattle, so they've got some of the little
Like
quirks
the
and
the
life
way the
left. The
armor
battle, they have a
sits on
habit of
them
grabbing
looks
banners and
so
trinkets
much
from the
better.
battlefield as trophies.
I like these. Basically, skeletons with a bit of a personality, essentially. I like that a lot. This again, box set has 5 models in the box. They make a champion musician and standard in there as well. And again,
Yeah, perfect
if you've got
for
Black
Old
Knights
World.
in your force already, these are a sort of almost replacement for those. So you can use your Black Knights as these, or use these new models if you'd like to as well. Heavily armored cavalry that can protect a local cavalry a hero as well, which is pretty cool. And they've got a rule called Cursed to Rise, where you can just bring models back to the unit with no dice rolls required, which is really cool.
Ew,
So
gross.
these guys just don't die. Again, I guess. But who we got leading the force?
How does that work? You
Indeed,
don't
so
even have
this
to
is
roll
the
for it?
centerpiece model from that Death Rattle box. This is the White King. So these guys were the rulers of the
Dude,
Barrow
that
Kingdoms.
White King is a
And when
glow
they're
up.
buried, it tended to be in opulence. They might have a sarcophagus of gold
Oh,
on a
beautiful
great bone
model.
chair, that kind of thing, buried alongside their bodyguards. They were grim, very warlike sort of kingdoms. So
Yeah, these guys are
have an
perfect for
awful
Warhammer
lot of
Fantasy.
will.
You could
So it takes a
easily
very
pop
powerful
these into
vampire
your
to kind of
vampire count
take
army, and they
control
look
of them. And as
fantastic.
we'll talk about in a bit when we look at the battle tome, you can now field entire armies of death rattled skeletons led by these guys.
It's so cool. The king, of course, there is one of the two options. It can also make the White Lord as well, sort of maybe a lesser rank of a skeleton hero.
Okay.
On the tabletop, the
Interesting.
king is a
So
little
now
bit more powerful.
there's two
and can
ranks.
bestow
So White
ancient
King
barrow
is the big
curses
one,
upon your enemies, which
and
is
White
terrifying.
Lord is the,
Whereas
like,
the Lord is
hero
more of a leader
equivalent.
for your cavalry, so he bestows a few benefits onto cavalry units in your army. So if you wanted to have a whole army of cavalry,
pretty hype.
this is the guy you want
It's
leading.
pretty
if you
hype.
wanted it.
Yes.
So
Now,
you don't have
these
to
aren't
run
the only leaders
vampires
for the
anymore.
Soulblight Gravelords, are they? Here we are, Prince Vordry, master of the Crimson Keep. Now, Prince Vordry is back from the Age of Myth. He's
Oh, shit!
not been Nagash's favourite. the whole
Holy
time.
shit! Prince
He
Vordry
was-
has his own
after
model.
a rebellion, he was cursed. To
Oh,
basically
look at
be
that
bound to the
zombie
Crimson Keep,
dragon!
which was torn out of
Oh
time
my
and space, and so
God!
it appears randomly across the realms. However,
Holy shit! That
as you'll
zombie
find out in
dragon
the
looks
Battle Tome,
amazing.
it has been appearing in places Nagash didn't necessarily want it, so there's definitely something going
Prin-
on here.
oh my god,
Now,
dude! Prince
this model
Vordry getting his
is
own mini. Holy
absolutely
shit!
Spectacular. It
It's
is
huge as well. It's
yeah.
on 160 mil base, which is monstrous.
160
It's so much bigger than the previous
millimeter.
incarnation
That's
of
a
the model.
big fucking model.
So cool to see, and what a centerpiece model it is as well.
Oh, yes.
That
Oh
lance
my
is
God, he
almost
looks
as tall
so
as the
good.
Revenant Draconeth he sits upon,
Holy
named
shit.
Shordmare, am I right?
It is. So
Yeah.
Shordmare was the first Draconith to sort of.
I wonder if he'll
dabble in
get.
necromancy,
I wonder if he'll become a
attempted to
Mortark, or if
raise
he's
a
just
load
going to
of
be
other
like
Draconith.
the big blood
Didn't
dragon
work particularly well,
representative.
all kind of backfired.
God
and he ended up
damn, that
undead
mini is
himself.
gorgeous.
Just a beautiful, beautiful model. And of course, the model being a bit bigger means on the tabletop he's got a little bit tougher. His health's gone up to 18, which makes him even harder
So
to kill
wow,
than
they
previously was,
dropped.
but
They didn't
just
even
an
do a trailer.
incredible
They were just
centerpiece
like,
for
and
the
zombie
Soulblight
dragon.
collection. But
Bro,
that's
that
not
makes
the only
the
model
old
that
zombie
comes
dragon look
in
like
that kit.
garbage.
If you wanted to, you
Like,
could
that
also
new
build
zombie
this,
dragon?
the Revenant Draconeth, which is essentially a huge sort of zombified dragon.
Like
but
that's
without
a
the
zombie
rider
dragon on
Yes,
cocaine.
indeed. So these are.
Oh, you can
fairly
run it without the
rare.
rider, too. Oh,
whilst
I need one of
Nagash
those.
And Shordmare
I
did attempt
need
to
one of
raise a
those.
number of them. Krondys and Karazai did not take well to that and hunted them down. And so, if you're a vampire lord in need of something incredibly hard
Look
hitting,
at that
you
thing.
go in search of one of these. You best bring a lot of meat,
Like,
and a lot of willpower.
The old
to
zombie
kind of
dragon
control
is
them.
more like a
There's
bone
an element
dragon.
Whenever they roar,
This thing though is
apparently,
incredible.
that is almost lonesome. Like there's
Is
a
that
memory
dragon?
of
No,
who they
that's
used to be
that's
locked
not a
in.
special
That's
character.
really
They're
cool.
just
I
the
love that.
dragon
There's-
is generic,
on the
so you
tabletop,
can take
these,
multiples up.
Can fly high. Warhammer players from yesteryear might remember flying high, and this Revenant Dragon can do that off the battlefield and then come down later on, striking down if it wants to, and can keep doing that throughout the game, which is really
man.
cool. It's a terrifying thing to face, and we'll come on to the book later on. But I wanted to point out
That's
that
a
one of the
gorgeous
regiments in
mini.
one of the regiments of renown in the Battle Tome is called the Beast of Castle Stenesti, which allows you to take a Revenant Draconeth in any death army. So you want one of these in your Rossiarch or
I
your
could
Nighthawk
take that.
Force,
Oh,
your Flesh
man.
Eaters, you go for
Bro,
it.
I'm
That's
getting
a really
one.
cool thing that all death
I'm
players
getting
can
one. I
have.
can
That's
literally
really
run
cool.
it in my Nighthawk army.
Right,
I'm getting
we
one.
mentioned the Battle Tome. Let's
We
have a
did
look at
indeed.
that.
Holy shit.
What can we expect from the Battle Tome, Alex?
So the battle tome is
Yeah,
as
so
we can see
you
from
can
that,
take the
box set at the
special
start,
character
is
vampire
highly
on one.
focused on the Barrow Kingdoms. and
But
the
it
Death
seems
Rattle
like if
Skeletons.
you
And
take
as I said
the
before,
rider,
it allows
it's
you
a
to field
special
an
character
entire
only.
army
There's
just
no
of
generic
skeletons.
vampires on
Well,
one.
that's
it
not
seems.
all that's in it.
That's your main focus.
Well, I love skeletons. But yes, so we've got all the background.
Oh
all the
my
lore,
god,
all
dude,
the
I am
armies, as you
so
said, the
happy
regiments of
about this.
renown.
Would a dragon
One
sign
of my
affect the
favourite parts
zombie
of it is
dragon?
that
Probably
it
not. No.
continues the lore of the vampires and how the Soulblight have kind of reacted to the Hour of Ruin,
Well-
which they refer to as the Time of Blood. So, sorry, the Time of Vile
I'd have to
Blood.
double check.
Probably
There
not
used to be a
all
rule about
Stephen.
it, so I'd have
not,
to double
not
check.
that tasty.
Dude,
No,
AOS
as
has the
normal, in Battle
prettiest
Tome, we've come to
fucking
expect,
minis.
so everything
Like,
from battle
Age of Sigmar
formations,
minis
training
are
enhancements,
so
spells,
fucking
everything you might expect to
gorgeous.
see. What's
Like,
really
Age of Sigmar
exciting,
turns around to 40K and is
that
like,
for the first time
"Bitch,
in a long time,
get out of
we've
my
got
house."
new faction terrain
This is how you- this
and
is-
manifestations.
I've
for
never
the
used
Soulblight
this term before.
Gravelords.
I'm going to try and
But
use
we're
it
not going
right.
to show those quite yet. You have to
AOS
watch out for those in the near
serves
future.
cunt?
There
Is that
are
is
four
that
new
the new
battle
phrase
formations
the
in the
I've
book,
seen on the
including,
interwebs?
my favourite is the Death Stench Drove,
Serving
which is all about
cunt.
having a horde of zombies go across the table. The Path to Glory lets you follow the path of either a
I'm sorry, so
vampire
yeah,
or
I'll try not to
non-vampire
shout.
hero. And there's two armies, of
That
renown
is
in
a
there. The
fucking
Knights of the Crimson Keep
gorgeous
and the Barrow
dragon.
Legion,
That's
your
probably the
favourite one,
best
with
looking
all the
dragon mini
skeletons,
I've
which is
seen.
cool. And the two regiments of renown, which one which lets you take that Revenant Draconeth, and one which again
Space
we're gonna keep
Marines could
secret for
never.
now. There's more coming on that later on.
Space
but,
Marines could
absolutely
never.
fantastic book as always
Indeed.
from the studio.
And also in the battle tome is the new spearhead, the death rattle tomb host, focusing on those death rattle skeletons once more. Now, this is
I'm kind of tempted to pick up a skeleton
one,
army.
which
Those
is
look
still
really
legal.
good.
It just means you're getting an extra spearhead.
So you're going to get to paint a second spearhead for your force.
Oh,
This time,
yes.
a real skeleton crew, right?
That's implying that I've only got one spearhead so far.
Well, that's the beginning. We've got the new spearhead on the way.
Man,
It's not
AOS,
coming
S+.
alongside the release. It's going to be a little
The
bit
Age of
later,
Sigmar
so
reveals
you may have to
S+++++.
raise them from dead a little bit after the
I
release.
am
But we've also got a
thrilled
novel
with the
from
Age of
Black
Sigmar
Library
reveal.
coming as well, haven't we?
Do indeed. This is the Masters of Death Omnibus by David Annandale, and it brings together
It's an
a number
omnibus.
of his stories: Neferata, Mortarch of Blood, Neferata, Dominion of Bones, Dynasty of Monsters, a Soulblight Gravelords novel, as well as 3 shorts: The Threshold, Obsidian, The Dance with Skulls. So this is basically your gateway
David
into
does
the, sort of
write
the background
excellent
and the narrative
undead
of the
novels.
Soulblight.
So, Alex, speaking of Black Library, it's time to talk a little bit about this year's Black Library celebration.
His okay, there we go. No, you get cavalry in the spearhead. The spearhead has. Oh wait, I don't know. I have to go back and look now. Now I'm not sure. Hey, Malineth Witchblade is getting a mini. Good for her. Oh yeah, Malineth is getting her own separate book series, isn't she? I don't know who these people are. Minka Lesk. Cool. Malineth getting a mini is nice. I'll take that.
Celebrating Black Library this year, we're going to go a little bit further. A bit
Dynasty
more
of Monsters
time,
was
perhaps,
bad.
and we're
I'm going to
actually
disagree. I
releasing
thought
some
Dynasty
really
of
cool
Monsters was
models
excellent.
alongside the
I
Black Library
enjoyed it quite a bit.
celebration and the books that are coming this time as well. First of all, let's have a look at Malineth Witchblade. What a superb model that is. Alex,
She's got
who's
those
Malineth
crazy eyes going
and
on.
where's she come from?
So Malineth was one of the daughters of Cain. She was trained as an assassin. She ended up working for the Order of Azir, and as part of that, ended up accompanying Gotrek on a number of his adventures. Now, they didn't get along great. Malineth attempted to poison him, but seeing as Gotrek is still roaming the mortal realms, that did not work out. So despite not being particularly friendly, she did come to sort of have a great
Isn't she
respect
dead?
for him, and sort of the
Apparently,
almost the
I thought
hope
she
he
was,
brought to
but
the
I guess
mortal
she's
realms.
not.
And this is coming alongside the Shade of Cain by Evan Dickin, and we showed that off in the last preview.
It's such a beautiful.
So I
miniature.
guess
It
she
really is.
survived.
On the tabletop,
I mean,
it's
we
actually going
didn't
to be getting its
see
own
her
Legends
die.
war scroll to use.
It was
in the game as
implied
well, if
that
you'd like
she
to
died,
use,
but
that model.
we didn't
She
see her
excels in
die.
hiding inside units and leaping out. Again, Elven Assassin fans from yesteryear might
So-
recognise that as a thing that's happened before. She's got sort of poison throwing darts she throws at people as well. And
She'll make
great
her
model
a.
as well if you want to use an
She'll make
alternative,
her a
maybe
really,
as
really nice
high
mini though.
caliber in your,
Like you could literally
Dwarves
just
Cain
sub her
army.
as a bunch of stuff,
And
or as
you
an
need to make sure
assassin.
you're visiting,
In fantasy, you can
Warhammer
use her as a
stores during
dark
the
elf
Black Library
assassin in
celebration
fantasy. She'll
because
look
there'll
great
be
for
some
that.
exclusive scenarios to play with her on the tabletop too.
Pretty sure
Very
poisoning
cool. So,
Gotrek. She tries to
that's,
poison
Malineth
him
Witchblade
multiple
coming soon.
times and it never
But
works.
also for the Black Library celebration,
Like
we
the
have
most deadly
this is
poisons in the
Hell's
realms literally
Last,
just give him a
a
hangover.
new command squad starring Minka Lesk and her command squad. Alex, who is Minka Lesk?
So Minka Lesk is one of the few survivors of Cadia. She managed to escape. And
The
as a
few
white shield, she
survivors
then
of
became
Cadia?
the
I
guardsman.
feel
She
like
was
a
actually sort of the
shitload of
planetary
people
defense
escaped
forces of
Cadia.
And she's risen all the way to captain. And this is coming out at the same time as the novel of the same name, Hell's Last.
Her
we've seen us
series
coming
could
from
be set
Justin
before she
Deal.
dies.
We've
I would
seen,
love if they did
Minka
that.
Lesk,
I
in
wish
other
GW would
books
be more
before.
willing to kill off characters when they have like a
The Last White
natural
Shield
point
Omnibus is
to
available
finish
as
their
well from
narrative,
Black Library. Do check that out.
but just keep them as
On the
like
field,
playable and
she's
release
also
minis
getting
for
her own
them.
Legends,
I wish they
data
would
cards
be
to use in game
less
as well, if you want
afraid
to, but
of
it's
killing
also a
off
great collector's
characters.
box set to just paint
yes.
up. And if you wanted to use alternative
So
miniatures,
long as it's a
I mean,
good
Lesk would
story.
make a great sort of alternative Castellan for your Astra Militarum force. I mean, that's Commissar Shand. That would make a great alternative Commissar for your force if you wanted to as well. So just a really beautiful box of miniatures to get painting on.
Now, going from the 41st millennium, we're going old.
Here it comes. Old world, here it comes. High elves, high elves. I don't particularly care for the old minis getting re-released. I always feel like that's lazy. But hopefully they'll show off something new. But the high elves are coming. That being said, the chariot models still look nice. Like the Illyrian chariot and the White Lion chariot. I still love those minis. So it looks like spearmen, archers, chariots. No Lothern Skycutter yet. Somewhere Pancreas no work just climaxed. He's at LVO. Once again, I'm muting the music because GW is annoying and uses copyright music. All right, this is a very small selection of minis from the High Elf range. Are they going to show anything else, or are they literally just showing this over and over again? Okay. All right, whatever.
We're starting off with that wonderful battalion box.
Okay, so
like
it's
we've
just
seen
a
for
small
other releases.
box.
It is
All right.
jam-packed full of troops. We've got 32 spearmen, 32
yeah, so
archers,
spearmen,
and those two
archers, Tyrannok chariots, and a
Now,
white line
they
chariot.
can be built in an alternate way, can't they?
You're right. The Tyrannok chariot is the one that's pulled by the horses. At the front is the one that's pulled by lions, is the white lion chariot of Shrace as well. A bit more brutal option. But yeah, the High Elves are a beloved faction in the old world, and it's great to see them coming back. They are as elite as it gets when it comes to forces like this. So all their models are just better than yours, basically.
Who would buy books and
the
make
elves
sure a
like
character
telling
that's
you
dead
about it as
lore-wise?
well.
I would.
Yeah, this battalion force is a great way to start an army. It's
You
not
shouldn't
just
need your
anything
character
that's
to be
coming
alive to
alongside
want to
the,
know more
High Elf
about them.
Realms release, though. There's loads of other plastic models coming too.
People
What have we got
play
now?
30k.
We've got
Those
the
characters are
Lord
fucking
on
dead.
Dragon. These are the White Lions of
Oh!
Trace. We've got the Swordmasters of Hoeth,
Hey!
the Illyrian Reavers, Eagle Claw.
Oh, those
Throwers,
Illyrian
because
Reavers.
Why use gunpowder when this is so reliable?
Well, those are a few of our favourites, right?
yes.
But there is loads more.
I need
I'm
to
sure
go
you'll
back. I
see
didn't
some
see
pictures
which
on our
version of the
Warhammer community
Swordmasters they
website
were
if you want to
using.
go and check those out. But basically, if it was in plastic before, you can pretty much get hold of it now. So High Elf fans are going to be really happy about
Great,
that. Now,
awesome.
Alex, there's loads of miniatures people will recognise from yesteryear, of course, but there are some new models coming alongside
New
the release
models?
too, right?
There are indeed. The first is a Shire Vest, the Sentinel of the Silent Isle. This is
Oh,
basically one of the
look at
Sea
her!
Lords with
Oh, she's
capable
from-
and
she's
long-serving
got the
warriors.
Sea
She's been
Patrol
trusted with the coastal
trident.
garrison of the Silent Isle, and she's ascended through the ranks through years of dedicated service.
She's
Just
a Lothern
you
Sea Helm.
imagine the elves
She's
are
got the
quite
Sea Helm
meritocracy.
trident.
And she spent most of her recent years hunting for Northern
She looks
raiders because they've been
awesome.
a lot more
A
active.
grizzled
that's
elf
really cool.
character.
I like
She
the
looks
fact she's carrying
fantastic.
a trident called Matland's Ire, which is great. She's irritated with you and she's going to stab you with a trident. It's great. We've also got the Lord of Shrace, right?
We do indeed. So, Shrace is the land of mountains and forest. And since
Is
the
that a
invasion of
generic
Chaos,
mini?
has basically been plagued by horrible beasts.
Bro, that guy
and
looks
so
fucking
part of their
fantastic.
ritual is you need to go out and hunt one of the white lions, and you're not deemed to be a true warrior of Trace.
That
without
character
having
looks
captured and killed one of these
fantastic.
lions, and they tend to bring back the pelts. So if you're a lord from Trace,
Yeah, that's a
You're
new
gonna have one of
generic
those.
mini.
And a
Ooh,
giant axe as well.
ooh, that's a sexy
Gotta have
mini.
one of those too. Now let's have a quick check about the Arcane
That's
Journal,
a
'cause those two
sexy
characters
new
are quite
generic
relevant
lord.
to the book that's coming alongside it.
Bro,
This
the
is,
eye-
as
the eye
prepared
patch
to
girl
know,
looks
an
fucking
in-depth look at the
amazing.
history of the High Elves and the stories of their forces and full rules on how to use their armies outside of the forces of fantasy they will all have in that book, right?
indeed.
What more can we tell about the background that's in the book here?
This book, as we've seen from past releases, the always take place from Ulthuan.
Excuse me.
However, this Arcane Journal focuses more on their last few holdings in the old world. A lot of their seaborne forces.
Sea
Shire
Patrol,
Vest has
Sea
got her
Patrol.
own sort of army formation in this, and we think of like elite expeditionary forces. There's some stories from Corhill Lionmane and the White Lions
Corhill!
of Trace as they venture into
Okay, so
Britannia
Corhill's
basically
confirmed to be
hunt
back.
down some beastmen.
Awesome.
Without permission. There's a little bit of diplomatic tomfoolery going on in there, but it's a wonderful read.
Oh,
The
so
two
so
armies of
Corhill
infantry
is going to be
you
one of the
mentioned
characters
there.
we're getting
The first
back.
one
That's
is
awesome.
the Seaguard Garrison. This is
Seaguard
an all-modern
Garrison.
army and includes
Sea
a Shire
Patrol
Vest there, of
confirmed,
course,
baby.
and not to mention lots of different ways to build your models in
Lothern
different ways
Sea
to
Patrol
represent things like
sub-faction.
Ship's
Let's
Company
go.
or that sort of thing. And the other army is the Tracen War Host. That's the
Ah.
one led by the
So-
Corhill Lionsmane, who is on the way. But,
See, okay,
I'm not gonna show him
Corhill
quite yet.
has to be
And
the High Elf
also
legendary
the model
hero.
we just saw as well,
Corhill
which represents
has
a
to be
High
the
Elf
legendary
noble with the,
High Elf hero.
Tracen Hunters
Like,
on
he's
there,
literally
which is
one of the
quite cool. That's why he
headliners for
carries
the
a
old
big
world.
axe, which is nice. Also inside the book, you can find historical scenarios.
Come
of
on,
refights
we
of
got-
the Battle of
we gotta
Shalom,
get
as
Corhill now.
Corhill leads his forces against the Beastmen. And
Dude,
brand
Corhill
new
fighting in the
units,
old world
brand new units.
It's
are
something
in
they
that
always
book.
talked about in
Some
his
which,
background,
will have
but we
models
never
which
got
we
to
haven't seen
see.
yet,
I'm
but also
so excited to
quite
see
a lot
Corhill's
which show
story.
you how to sort of
Get expanded.
construct your plastic models in a different way. Actually, the book tells you how to convert models into things like Tracian huntsman or woodsman
Oh, man.
or ship's company. that
Ship's
sort of thing. So really
Company!
cool sort of
Ship's Company are
conversion
coming
going on.
back!
It's really, really great.
Ship's Company confirmed.
So there we go.
So
hey,
they're
talking of
keeping that
cool
name,
armies,
which means
right,
that could show
talking
up
of cool armies,
in.
Armies on Parade.
Ooh,
It's that time to start talking about
very
Armies on Parade
excited.
again this year.
Already?
And it
I'm
is
very
indeed.
excited.
We are happy to announce that Armies on Parade is coming back again for 2025.
This is the 15th year.
Yeah,
of
Corhill's
it.
just getting his old mini back.
Actually, it's
Corhill's
first
mini
ever
looks
year, it's
fine.
gonna be really old.
I'm fine with Corhill
My
just getting his
first
old
Ultimate.
mini back.
So it's great to have
good.
Armies on Parade back again. Of course,
I
this is
wish
the, Games
Skull
Workshop's
Roch had
premium
gotten a new
army
mini.
painting
Not,
competition.
though they
So if
finally
you want
have
to take
re-released
part
it,
in
but
that,
it's still in
it's happening.
metal.
It's a great deadline to get forces. You've taken part as well.
Oh yes.
Before, yeah.
Probably the last 5 years, I've made sure to do something.
We've got the new categories coming this year. We've sort of made the categories a bit simpler to make sure people can understand what they're going to be. You can enter as a solo entrant, paint an army yourself, basically. Young bloods for our younger hobbyists. And this time we've got a team category as well, so you can enter as a team. Maybe want to get all of us Warhammer Plus guys together and paint one together. Maybe we could do that. You never know.
No, I
That's
don't
a
think
challenge.
Corhill should be a
But
legendary
yes,
lord
we've
in
got
fantasy.
Armies on Parade happening this year.
In fantasy, he should be a legendary hero because he'd be a bodyguard character. He would not work very well as a lord.
Check that out as soon as you possibly can. I'm thinking I'm going to win some Ultramarines this year. This is going to be my year. I reckon I'm going to go for it.
Ultramarine.
I think I'll go for a bit of a change.
There's a vampire on Nightmare Steed.
But right, we've got something else.
We'll check
to
that out
show
in a
you
minute.
now.
Oh, okay. Shush. This is Necromunda, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, this is definitely Necromunda. Looks like a new big old terrain tower. Whoa, who are these guys? Oh. I got excited for a second. I thought they were a new Xenos race, but no, they're just humans wearing stupid garbage. Shadar Hunters and Athromite Spineworms. The terrain pieces look pretty cool. Upgrade kits, cool. Reclaim the wastes.
Necromunda, we've been greeted by the Shadar Hunters.
These are great. More
They are
models for the
indeed.
Ash Waste Nomads, right?
So these guys are basically the masters of navigating the wastes and living there. They're scouts, trackers, hunters, that sort of thing.
Necromunda
They're
players,
very
how we
much in
feeling?
touch with sort of the
How
beasts
we
of
like
the
this?
wastelands as well. So you can see that all of their weapons tend to be like
Yay,
Elamite
nay.
claws that have been strapped on, that sort of
Excited.
thing. They're very
Bored.
sort of old school and in touch with the wastes themselves.
I love the sort of like weird mystical tribalism of this. It's so cool, these models. These are elite gang fighters for Ash Waste Nomads gangs. They've got a really cool ability called Wasteland Ambushes. If you're playing a game in the Wastelands, kind of like a trapdoor spider, they just wait in like
There's new
and just ambush
Illyrian
out halfway through
Reavers.
the game, which is quite good fun. They're completely
Hold on, let me
combat
pull up
focused.
the
They don't even
article.
have access to pistols on their equipment list, which is so just all about combat. And they're just wonderful miniatures. You can take a few of those in your gang if you'd like to. As
Warhammer
gang fighters.
community.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful things to paint as well. It's really nice to see the Ash Waste Nomads.
God, I
being
hate
fleshed
the
out
way their
like
website
this.
is designed now. It's
But
so
Alex,
annoying.
they're being accompanied by these weird little Athromite spine worms. What are these?
Yes. So these things are only really seen by outsiders accompanying the nomads. So they've adapted really well to
Warhammer
survive in
community.
Necromunda's toxic environment, and they're incredible burrowers. So they'll go through sand, ash, rock, flesh.
What? Oh my god, dude.
And they're basically their barbed fangs. Once
Where-
they dig
where
into
is
something,
the
are
fucking
nigh
thing?
impossible to get rid of, and their saliva contains
God,
an
I
anticoagulant.
fucking hate
so
their
once they've bit
site
down,
so much,
that
dude.
blood's going to keep flowing.
Ugh, these things are horrible. They are
we
sort
go.
of essentially pets that you can take as equipment for
So,
your
Soulblight
Shadow Hunters.
Gravelord.
Each fighter could have up to 2 of them. If you really want to take that many, you ought to. They have the burrowing thing you talked about. They can burrow in the game as well. They can just burrow through impossible terrain.
Oh,
like it
yeah,
was
look
even
at
there,
that.
just gnashing their way through walls, which is really cool. So wonderful
New.
models
Oh,
there
it's
as
a
well.
nightmare.
But also coming
It's not a
alongside
skeletal steed, it's a
these
nightmare.
is the Nomad weapon
Ooh.
upgrades.
Oh, that
Okay,
is.
we've
Oh,
got
you
a
make
lot
them
of
bald
guns and a
or
lot of
have
stuff in
hair
here.
that
We've got
looks
none.
kind of
Very
weird.
rusty.
The hair,
You
the
can
hair
see a lot
piece
of
looks a little odd.
blast carbines, heavy
But,
blasters.
oh, I love the
pistols,
undead
web
coming out
guns,
underneath them.
notably
Ooh.
scavenged
Ooh.
auto guns.
Yes.
Because they don't
Mwah.
obviously have manufacturing facilities
Mwah.
of their own.
Very
It's-
pretty.
These are
Very, very
basically
pretty.
completing all the weapon options for your Ash Waste Nomads game.
Oh my god, that's a lovely mini.
There's weapons in there that you may not have been able to get hold of before. Now you can.
And
This is a complete
then
equipment list,
in the
but it
High
also
Elves, did
contains
they
things
miss
like extra heads,
something?
shoulder pads, sky mantles. So it's not just weapons; it's basically a conversion.
Oh
box
yeah,
for
the
and a
Illyrian
customization
Reavers
box
are
for your Ash
new.
Waste
These are
Nomad
new
game.
minis.
You want to get hold of this if you
This
possibly
new
can.
kit is heavily
But
influenced
all
by
of
the
this,
old
of course, is
Island of
coming
Blood set.
alongside the Tribes of the
Yo,
Wasteland
no,
book.
I was gonna say I saw the
Indeed. So
Illyrian Reavers. I
this
was
is
like, wow, those
basically
look
your
really
house
nice.
book for your Ash Waste
Like the
nomads.
horses look
However, it's
like
not
more
told
heavy,
from their point of
good.
view. So
The
nobody's
proportions were a
really
lot bigger.
spoken to the nomads before.
So yeah, these
this
are
is told
brand
by
new Illyrian
outsider,
Reavers.
Basically describing them.
Hell
so the
yeah,
terms
dude.
we have for the nomads are, well, they come from people who
Yeah,
are
the old
nomads
dragon.
themselves.
Oh, the
And it
phoenixes
talks
are
about
back.
The three sort of sub-factions.
Bringing back the
yellow
nobles,
nomads,
the
etc.
wizards, the lore master of
and it
Hoeth.
details a lot of the
Bringing back a lot of
beasts,
like the best
Helamites.
looking versions
But
too.
it also describes
Plastic
their
dragon
electrostatic weaponry
princes.
because they tend to avoid
Old,
machines.
man, the silver helms look
Because
terrible.
this is a really good way to stop
The
any
silver
machines.
helms
so
look
you-
so
why would you not
bad.
ride on various
So the old
beasts.
So
silver
we're also trying
helms.
to hunt down those beasts and stop them, and shocking them with
Oh,
static
these
means
are
they can fall over
the
and
these
you
are
can
the
catch
Lothern
them to
Seaguar
ride
from
on
the
them, which
Isle
is
of Blood
perfect.
set.
Inside the book, you can find lots
Dude,
of
they're
rules.
bringing
The
back the
great
Island
cards
of
you
Blood.
mentioned there have been
Oh my
expanded
God,
upon.
the Island of
nomads
Blood
get their
minis are
very own
back.
trading post as
Oh,
well, which
these
is
minis
great.
are so
Lots of,
pretty.
strange and exotic
These are
items on there.
so
There's
good
two
looking.
themed scenarios for people to play, as well as
Bro, the
hired guns,
Island of
hangers
Blood
on,
set returning,
dramatis
that is a
personae,
giant
everything you'd
fucking
expect
deal.
from a house
Look how
book
good the
right
Sword
here for
Masters
the
look.
Ash Waste Nomads. So if you're a Nomads
White
player,
Lions look
you want to get your
kind of
cowl
They're showing
hands
their
on them.
age.
Oh, yeah.
Sisters of
But that's not
Avalorn are
all that's
back.
coming to
Shadow,
Necromunda.
plastic Shadow
Okay,
There are
Warriors.
also some terrain kits.
Nice.
This is the
Spearmen look
pattern
terrible.
fortified hab module.
Archers look terrible.
This is basically a
yeah.
really nice.
Like, because these
armoured,
were 8th edition.
I'd say a little
These were
safe zone out.
6th
You
edition.
can see there it's got
These
those
were
turrets on top.
7th, I think, for
now,
Isle of
it
Blood.
doesn't come with any
7th or
rules
8th?
for those, do they?
No,
The
it's got
Illuminal
a few
Reavers
grenade
look
launchers and heavy stabbers. They're
fantastic.
mounted on the sides, and players
Oh,
can
the
sort of
Lothern
decide how they
Skycutter
want
is
to
back.
use those
Nice.
if they want to.
Returning
You can
Skycutter,
upgrade to
Bolters
have those
are
if you really
back.
want, but there's every chance that
Chariots.
those might fall into the hands of the enemy. So maybe not worth spending the creds on them
Handmaiden
there.
of the
But
Everqueen
it's
and
just a really
Corkel
cool
are back
upgraded version of the
as
Battles
metal
Panel, hab
kits.
models we've seen before. To
Oh
have
my
those extra
dude,
bits
High
on top
Elves.
of it.
High
It's
Elves
a really
are
nice
eating
addition to your
good.
collection to sort of make your outland hub
Getting the
settlements
Island
look
of
a
Blood
little bit,
set
well, you
back
say
is
safe. It's
awesome.
still the
That
Ash
is
Waste, right?
very, very good news.
That's not all the terrain we've got coming. There's also the
hot
Zermatalis ruins.
damn,
The ruined
dude.
Underhive sector here as
Oh,
well.
it was 8th
This
edition.
is
Okay, no wonder they
essentially,
look so
three
good
sets
still.
of the existing
Yeah,
ruined
High Elves
Zone
fucking
Mortalis terrain sets
eating,
come together
dude.
into one box, bundled together to make it a really
I need to
easy
message.
purchase. And, how many
I
do you
need to
reckon
message
you're gonna get?
Jigalag.
At least one, because
I bet
think
she's
with
gonna be
one set
losing her
you can
shit.
get A nice Necromunda board.
Yeah.
But if you've
Dude, the
got two
High Elves
sets,
look
you have
fantastic.
multiple
They are
layers
High
and
Elves are
It's a
eating
dream
because they're getting
board,
the
isn't it?
Island of
And
Blood
imagine-
set back.
I mean, 140,000
Because the
players
Island
as
of
well.
Blood
Imagine
set,
playing with
like if
140,000
you
with us as
didn't
well.
get it
Great.
right when it came out and like a little bit
Those are
after,
coming- those
it
are coming
vanished
soon.
off the face of the earth.
There we go.
Like
Right, so looking a bit further.
it was
into the
so
future,
frustrating. It
we've
was
got
so
Kilty,
frustrating
which is
knowing
gonna be
those nice
continuing
minis
to
were
boxes
out there
throughout the year.
and you just couldn't
Underworlds,
get them.
As we saw, got a brand new.
I wonder if
edition,
they're going to return the
we showed
Griffin
off
Lord as
a
well. I didn't
months
see
ago.
him on the thing,
That's going to continue.
but
to get
I
releases
hope we get
going
the Griffin
forward.
Lord back as
Middle-earth,
well.
Of course, it's just got a brand new release. The Horrors Heresy.
They're eating leftovers, but they're
Heresy
good. They are
Thursdays
good
are
leftovers.
back.
Like that's like
Keep an
that's
eye
like
on Warhammer
refrigerated
community
pizza
for more
level
information.
leftovers.
There's models, there's information
Rather than
coming up.
like
It's brilliant.
you know
Black
like
Library Celebration, as we've said, is coming up in
rotten
February.
garbage that's been sitting at the
Warhammer
bottom of the
is
bin.
gonna
I
have
mean,
news
like
for
some of the
all
units still look
those,
pretty bad.
But the old world. Now,
Oh Jesus, that
we've
scared
seen
me.
a whole host of stuff come out for the old world, and
What?
we've just shown off the High Elf realms.
Oh.
And if you've been keeping track
I
based
have.
on what we showed off,
Oh, hold on,
there
more
are
old world.
2 more factions to come.
Yeah.
The Beastmen Brayherds
Beastmen?
and the Wood Elf realms.
So
What
we can
else?
confirm they are on the way.
Yes.
They are in the near
And then
to
what?
soon future for old world players.
And then what?
And there may be other stuff coming as well, which we
Yes,
won't know about.
indeed.
So
Show us.
Yeah.
in there.
Outside of the tabletop,
Yep.
we also have
Oh, you
something to
bastards!
review
You
for Space Marine
absolute
2.
bastards!
So last year we saw
You
Space Marine 2 come
bastards!
out, and
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
we've
new
all had
races
an immense
coming.
amount of
I've been
fun
There's
playing
new
it.
races
man.
coming
I'm
for
like level
old world.
22 on PvP right now. I love this game so much.
There are
Oh,
over
there is a
5
Space Marine 2
million
reveal.
players,
Wow,
which of
that's
course means
incredible.
that Focus and Saber have all the more reason to continue to keep developing.
We
the
should do a
game.
Total
We've
War
seen
reveal too.
weapons, enemies, maps, skins, and now there's going to be another PvP game mode,
Oh.
new PvE maps, and more cosmetics for various chapters.
It's fantastic.
And we can reveal that the next enemy that you're going to get to destroy
Valrak
is
must
the
be creaming
Tyranid
his
biome.
pants right now.
Oh, good.
Oh, look at the
I
Tyranid
can't wait to
Final
hit that thing
War!
with a chainsaw and execute it and get my health back.
Look at the
It's
new
just-
Tyranid, that
it's
looks so
such a
good.
wonderful game to play, and I know folks watching it will have played it a lot. And Bival's coming soon as well.
Valrak's always correct.
It's going to be a good year for Space Marine 2
It
players.
is
It really is.
indeed. But it is also a good year for Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
So, we showed off on the last preview Auric War Clans and Gloomspite Gates.
Right.
This time we've shown off the Soulblight Gravelords and the Path to Glory book for narrative players.
Right.
However, there's some more stuff coming. We've got the Ideneth Deepkin and the Nighthaunt coming.
Oh, new toys?
fairly soon.
Bro, I really hope the Ideneth Deepkin gets some really cool new models. Ideneth Deepkin is such a small
not
range.
all as well. But
It's so small.
Further on the horizon, well, we're not going to tell you what's coming. We're just going to show you some cryptic pictures.
Caradron
and hopefully you can
Overlords.
work out what's going on there. I've got a good idea about 2 out of the 3 of them. What about you? You reckon?
Who's the Batwings?
Maybe 3. All right.
I think plenty of people at
Maybe,
home will be able to figure
looks
out
like
what
a
these
death
are.
faction, because you can see what looks like a zombie
Yeah,
dragon
actually,
wing
if
in
you've
the
got
back.
a good idea what you think those are going to be, just fire it in the comments.
This is
down below,
Caradron
see what you
Overlords.
think.
Like,
And of
that's
course,
obvious.
even
That's maybe
further out,
Horn? Or
maybe
Slaves
even more
Darkness?
cryptic. No idea what that could be, but we want to
What
hear your guesses
is
for sure.
that?
It's a silhouette.
It's definitely a thing. Let us know what you
Umbreneth?
think that's going to be. But there's more for Warhammer 40,000.
Was that
isn't there, too,
Umbreneth?
right?
Indeed. So
Yeah,
as I
Flesh
said
Eater, of
before,
course, looks
last
like the
time we
last one.
showed off the
Corn, yeah, I thought it was
Elgari
corn as well. So it
and
looks
Death
like
Krieg, and
it looks like
Christmas,
corn.
we revealed Fulgrim.
Fulgrim, of course.
It looks like Corn,
is not
Caradron
just a great
Overlords,
model in
and
itself,
Soulblight
but it's also the herald
Flesh
of
Eater
the
Courts.
Emperor's Children coming.
Of
And we've been teasing
course.
you guys for a long time.
That
The
looked
Emperor's
like
Children
like
are
Dark
on the
Elves.
horizon very, very
Or
shortly.
Umbreneth,
What's
I
coming
think.
after those guys?
Yes, a little
That
bit
last-
further
that
out,
last
we've got
reveal.
the World Eaters, the Death Guard, and the Thousand Suns. However,
that
just
Death
a
Guard art
little
looks
bit
really nice.
further in the future, we also have
Wow, it's just
again,
More
chaos.
stuff.
4
They're just
more
doing all chaos.
cryptic releases.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a pretty good idea of at least 2 of those. There we go. That's what's coming on the horizon.
Oh, Grey Knights.
Mhm.
And
Looks like
again,
Grey Knights on the
there's
first one.
even further out. I have no idea what that could be.
I think it's a Lictor.
It could be 2
Gene
Votan
Stealer
warriors stood on
cults?
each other's heads.
Yes.
We don't know. It could be. Again, let us know what you think it could be, but that's what's coming in the future. Now, Alex. Now,
That was kind of a fun,
talked about
cheeky.
the Emperor's Children there.
Yeah.
We
That
was
didn't
kind of
say
like a
Fulgrim,
fun,
we said
cheeky
the Emperor's
thing
Children.
to
and we've been teasing
get
and
everyone
teasing
excited
and
for
teasing
what's
you
in the
guys out
future.
there for an awful long time. I think it's time to have a look.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Emperor's Children, here we go. All the new Emperor Children minis. So probably like, let's see what we got here. Noise Marines? Bro, new Noise Marines. We haven't seen these guys in like 1,000 years. Tormentors. Okay, Tormentors. These guys look ridiculous. They look so silly. Flawless Blades. Lord Exultant. Okay, new Lord Exultant is the new Chaos Lord, I guess. A Lord Cacophonorist. Lucius, I'm guessing. Oh man. Yep, Lucius the Eternal. Spooky. Alright, they look very stretched. A lot of stretched skin. That's a nice range. That's a good range. The color scheme is ugly, but the range looks nice.
Hey, they're here. It's finally time to talk about the Emperor's Children. You guys have been waiting. Let's go for it. Now, at Christmas, we showed off Fulgrim, the demon Primarch of the Emperor's Children, of course. What a Christmas gift that was for all of us.
Fulgrim looks
Alex,
nice.
for those not in the know, who is Fulgrim? Why they're important?
So Fulgrim was the demon Primarch of the Emperor's Children, and basically where he once
Fulgrim,
pursued
from what I understand,
perfection and mastery, he's now become the embodiment of obsession.
From what I
He shed
understand
his
about
mortal form
Fulgrim
has
and
basically
what I've
become
heard
this
about him in the
demonic
Horus Heresy,
entity,
he seems like
and
he's just
he's
flat out the
spent
most
most of
important
his
character.
time, both in the war
Like,
and in real
he
space,
killed
desperately trying to
Guilliman.
seek out new
He
sensations and
killed
experiences,
what's his face of the
occasionally
Iron Hands,
returning
didn't
to
he?
wreak havoc, not
Like,
to
doesn't
mention
he have
some
the most
Primarch
kills
in blue.
among the Primarchs of like
We're not going to talk
important
about that. It
things?
doesn't appear in the Ultramarine records. It's just the
Hey, look,
most
it's Takala. Takala is
stunning
not that
miniature.
big.
I've seen it up close as well. It's just beautiful and huge, and just
Yes.
what a
Yes, his Slanesh Ussi.
for a table, and yeah, long awaited return for Fulgrim to the 41st millennium on the gaming table. As you can imagine,
Maybe
Fulgrim
it's
is an
Malarian or
absolute monster,
Malekith for the
will
teaser.
cut
Yeah,
down
that could be
swathes of
Malarian
enemies,
very well. It
with
could
their
very well be
prolific lash,
Malarian.
demonic blades and
I hope it
serpentine
is. That'd be
tails
nice.
just causing havoc. They can issue demonic poisons on the battlefield. I'm told that
Fulgrim
they
moves
poison
the
my
plot,
Primarch
that's
at
his
some
job.
point. Maybe. On the
That's
back,
actually
you can
very
do that
funny.
too, and you can choose demonic powers each battle round, much like other Primarchs can do as well. And one of those is that they can always fight first, which is just incredible.
Yes.
As a heads up, my colleague Simon and I from Battle Report had a one-on-one Fulgrim versus Angron just before Christmas, and Fulgrim won all 3. I mean, it was just great. So there we go, Fulgrim on the way. monstrous on the table and long awaited. You've got to get your paintbrush on that one. But let's talk about the army set we've seen as well. And this is the Children of Slesh army set, which includes brand new
That
miniatures.
color scheme is hideous. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it.
First up is the Lord Exultant. There, the new Lord choice comes out in a second. You've got a unit of
Like
Tormentors.
I think I would think these minis look cool with a different paint scheme. I really dislike the paint scheme.
And of course, the Noise Marines are back as well with their huge sonic weaponry, as well as the codexes in there too. Right, let's break this down. Okay, we'll start off then with the Lord Exultant, who is the new Lord choice for the Emperor's Children. Who is a Lord Exultant, and why do they have the coolest cloak going in the 41st millennium?
So these guys basically embody everything that the
They
Emperor's
have
Children
Miku
are.
hair?
They are desperately seeking more
Yeah, they do.
experiences, sensation in all its forms. They've had loads of various surgeries.
I mean, Miku
and
would be a
stings,
Noise
to
Marine,
basically
right?
enhance their sensory abilities.
That makes sense.
Basically, receiving signals that would drive anybody else insane. But it does give them rather special abilities, even for a Space Marine. So, they can detect an assassin in the breeze, even the faintest trail of fuel use somewhere else. They could feel the vibrations in the floor for approaching enemies. They're just incredible combatants.
They're just so cool. And the actual model
how
itself there as well has loads of
stretched that
options
dude's
as well.
head
So
is.
it's a multi-part kit. You can have
They
a
look
Phoenix
like-
Power Spear,
you know
Master
what they
Prophet
look
Power
like?
Sword, or something
They
called a
look like
Screamer
what
pistol,
everybody
which is like a
thinks
pistol version
the
of a sonic
Eldar
weapon,
would
which is
look
really
like
cool.
because of their
They have a
helmets.
Rupture Lash,
Like, they got
or
some
a
serious
pistol
cone
as well,
heads
or
going
Power
on.
Fist. This one's got loads of options, head options, icon options. There's loads of things you can do with this model. And in the game, you're talking about trying to find those big experiences. Once per battle, they can go into euphoric strikes mode and just try and experience everything, and they get super horrible in combat, which is just great. So wonderful miniature, great on the tabletop.
Hey, I'm happy for the
but they
Slanesh
lead
40K
the
pit, though.
forces, and we'll start off talking about the
They've
Tormentors.
been sitting. They've been
And these
sitting
are
on the
sort of
sidelines for a
sort of,
really long time.
Battle line unit with bolt guns.
Yeah.
Tell me about these guys. Who are they?
So these guys are tactically flexible. They tend to fight at
So
range.
good for
They see
them.
themselves as sort of
for them.
exemplars of what a Space Marine should be.
Yeah.
Like they take a look at the loyalists and think, not even close. They've got an awful lot of pride, and they basically have a habit of assigning themselves missions and targets, and most generals kind of think of that as an acceptable cost for having them on their side. They hate performing basically.
I don't
what they
know.
would see as
40K
tedious
says
tasks, so they
Salter.
don't
Why are
regard
the Emperor's
duty.
Children a chaos faction?
There's the kit itself is just jam packed.
I assume they got the name earlier and they just they kept it because they probably think it's kind of funny.
On the community website over the last few months.
Oh, Scion, there you are.
This is the final.
You
kit
missed
here in front of
Final
you.
Fantasy earlier.
On the tabletop, there are your OC2 battle line unit for holding objectives. They can even defile objectives.
There's
Don't
another
think
old
about it,
world
make them
article on
sticky objectives,
Warcom.
basically.
Hell yeah.
They are infiltrators.
Something
They
I
can
actually
sneak
care
forward
about.
before the battle begins, which is great. So expect.
didn't I
serious
just
ball
leave the
control
tab
from these
open? I
guys.
did
Just
leave the tab
great
open.
miniatures, really are. And alongside those are the combat units, the Infractors.
Indeed.
Tell me about these guys.
These guys are all about getting up close and personal. They sort of live the thrill of combat, and they tend to dose
Dude,
themselves.
look at
upon
the Brace
toxins and
Shaman!
skins, basically to elevate
Oh
that
my
sensation.
God,
And there's a
look at the
wonderful
Brace
term in the
Shaman!
Codex, which is called murderous orchestra. Which is just, it's almost like killing as an art form.
Oh my
I love these
God,
guys.
look at this
In
guy!
game terms, they are scouts. They start the game a bit further
Holy,
forward.
look at his
but also they're
familiar,
movement
dude. That thing
7
is
on the battlefield.
terrifying.
You'll find that just about everything in the army is faster than
Oh
standard Space
my
Marines are.
God, this guy looks
And they have
amazing.
precision on their weapons as well, so enemy heroes beware. Just beautiful models, and they're so fast. You might even need to put them in
Chex
the Rhino.
Mixer
Look, you
cheered.
might want to.
X100.
Okay, so also in the
The
army
Emperor's
set
children are
two
meme lords
squads
and live
of
on trolling
Noise
everyone.
Marines. These guys are again beloved, and we've seen them before. But who are the Noise Marines? This special.
Well, I
cult
just
of
gotta
the
make sure they
Emperor's
don't jump
So
into
they're
another
basically
reveal.
champions of Slanesh that design the
let's
experience
see.
of sound, and they want to have it to the extreme.
Yeah,
so they've
yeah,
various,
that's probably
stims and
Grand
graphic
Cathay.
organs. Some of them have
Because it looks
Xenos
like
origin,
Cathayan
to allow them both to
terrain
hear
in
sound
the
better,
background
but also to
for
admit
the
it.
for the next army.
They've got various war
After
mutations,
Beastmen and
and
what
they
else?
carry weaponry that can emit,
Ooh,
say,
my gosh.
really powerful bass tones. That'll
Dude, the
shatter
old
bones,
world is actually
horrifying
kind of
metallic
starting a
screeches
little
that'll
bit to
make
get
your head
exciting.
explode. Really sound is
Oh
there.
shit!
This is
Shit!
so
Look!
Slaanesh.
They're
I
doing.
absolutely love these
This
guys.
isn't just
There
a
are 6
beastman.
models in the box, of course.
This
the
is a
blessed
special
number of
character.
Slaanesh. They are bigger and tougher than
This
other
is a
Marines.
special
Think,
character.
Havoc equivalents from Chaos Space Marines, and they
They are
carry
not
all
without their own
manner of sonic
traditions. When
weaponry.
Morgar the
Sonic
Shadow
blasters
King
are the sort of
prophesied
standard
the
gun,
birth
as it
of a
were,
blind
and they also
beastman
carry these
who would help
blast
plunge
masters,
the world into
which can be
darkness, they
tuned
took
to
care to set
different
aside a mule and
frequencies,
newborn that would
to
grow up into
destroy armored targets or to rip the
Crawl
eardrums
Maw,
of numerous
the
hordes.
prophet of
They're just
ruin.
the coolest models. led by the
Prodigiously skilled at
disharmonist
manipulating the winds of
their
magic,
leader,
Crawl
who's
Maw
got
was revered
amplifiers
even among
on
the
his
brave
shoulders as
Saiyans.
they
He
all
earned his epithet
just
for
the
visions that the
coolest
Chaos God
box.
sent him,
And
divined
there's
the future
2
with
units of
unerring
them in the
accuracy and
army
marshal the
as
brave
well,
herds against the forces of
dig a hold of that.
Athel-Loren.
But the
He
armor
was
set
not
isn't the only
present
thing
when
that's
the
coming
Wood
for the
Elves
Emperor's
killed
children. Let's have a look
Morgar,
at some more.
but he
And of
received a
course,
simultaneous
one of
vision
the
of
most
death and
famous
rebirth within
heroes
some
for the
shrouded
whole
woodland
Chaos
clearing.
faction,
And now
Lucius the
Crawl Maw
Eternal.
stalks the land seeking
Tell me
the
about this
infant
guy.
that will one day
Lucius the
rise to
Eternal,
become the
we
Shadow
like to
Game.
think he's the
Morgar
best
is
swordsman
back,
in
baby!
existence. He's basically
Morgar
one of
is
the
back!
greatest champions
So this
of the
is
Emperor's
this is
children,
the
and
new
he
big
seeks out
bad for the
equal
beastman
paragons
until
amongst enemy
Morgar
forces.
grows
So
up.
he'll hunt down your characters, your blade masters, that sort of thing.
So
He basically
excited!
wants to
I'm so
test
excited!
his
Oh my
skills.
god, dude, this looks fucking
However,
sick,
He has not always succeeded.
bro.
But
I
should he be
am
struck down,
so
if you take
thrilled.
even a
I am so
minuscule
thrilled.
moment of satisfaction in your kill,
Oh my
you will
good
turn
god, I'm
into
so happy.
Lucius.
Is
And
that
your
baby
face will be
Morgar? No, it's
resplendent
just a
on his
familiar.
armor for all eternity.
It'd be
Now,
funny if
the
it was
armor
though.
is sort of a double-edged sword in this regard.
I think they
because
say
every face on it is
let's
obviously
see.
somebody that he's not killed, and that wounds his pride.
I think they
more than
mentioned
anything.
somewhere
kind of
that it's a
driven him
familiar, but that's
little
not
bit
baby
insane.
Morgar.
He holds
doesn't look like that,
an
I'm pretty
awful
sure.
lot of contempt for everyone and everything.
How Slaaneshi. I love this miniature. It's incredible, and
Oh my
you can
god.
really tell sort of the pride and
Oh,
arrogance.
I really hope
coming
that we're
across
gonna
on
get
it. On the
Morgar
battlefield, They are
eventually.
an incredibly skilled
But,
fighter. They use their blade of lair
oh,
and
this
the
is
lash
very
of form
exciting.
to subdue hordes of enemies, which is cool. He's
Oh,
actually
I'm
a
so
lone
excited. This
operative,
looks so
but can
good.
still join units. But when he fights alone, he is just better because he fights alone.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
Basically, don't let this fighter anywhere
I'm so
near your
excited,
warlord,
dude.
because he's
Old
gonna
World
kill
is
it.
getting some amazing shit.
Absolutely brilliant model. And alongside Lucius, we also have the elite unit, the
Crawl
Flawless
Maw.
Blades. Tell me about these guys, Al.
So these guys are
Oh
basically
my
sort of
good
an
god,
evolution of the
dude!
part-time blades
The
from the Legion of
AOS
old.
and fantasy reveals
They are
are
the
fantastic.
paragons of close combat. and the
Absolutely
art with the
fantastic.
blade. They have demonic patrons that like to keep an eye on.
Morgar
what
is
they're
probably
up to,
the other
and they
named
basically need
character
to
in
keep
the Arcane
impressing
Journal, maybe.
with the best kills, the most dramatic
Could be.
flair. They dose themselves up on stims all throughout. But their incredible pride means that they never want to share their form, so they're never going to get sort of completely taken over by a demon, but they're more than happy to accept their gifts.
Alright, we should probably go back to the actual show now.
They really are. 3 models in a box, loads and loads of options to customize your miniatures to make them as prideful as you want them to. On the battlefield, they are horrifying combats.
So what are y'all
imagine.
thoughts of the show
More
so
than their
far?
bliss blades there with terrifying
I'm
skill.
assuming
That actually
this
talks
is the
about those
last
demonic
reveal.
patrons in their lore as well.
but,
and on the battlefield, that's represented. They
what
can
do you-
call
what do y'all's-
upon these
what's your
dark
1 out of 10?
powers to give them
So we
extra
got
powers
the
in
new
combat,
we got the new
but at
Beastman.
a risk, because if they don't
Then
actually
we
get
got
any
Crawl
kills,
Maw, the new
they're punished
Beastman
with their own
legendary
deaths.
character.
So it's a
We
big
got
risk, but really quite
a
very
shitload of
Slaaneshi and
Soulblight
very fun
Gravelords.
too. Now,
We
also
got
coming to the Emperor's Children is
returning
the
High
Lord
Elves,
Cacophonist,
along
who's
with
this
2 new
incredible
High
miniature,
Elves, including a
with
special
huge
character,
amplifier
and new
on his back.
Illyrian
Tell me more.
Reavers.
So these guys, as with the Noise Marines, are obsessed with sound.
Then we got a
namely
new
the
nomadic
extremes
tribe
of
for
sound, able to
Necromunda, and
issue sonic
then
assaults,
just
basically
Slaanesh
any scale.
everywhere
They're believed
for
by
40k.
some to actually be able to cause vibrations within the warp itself.
Nothing will ever be worse than the Blood Angel reveal show. That's
these
true.
guys are basically surgically sculpted even beyond the normal Noise Marine, and that amplifier on their
Sevens?
back
Okay,
is the
some pretty-
doom
some
siren,
pretty
and that
solid
basically
sevens.
magnifies every utterance.
It's like ASMR, but for Slaaneshi Marines. It's awesome.
You think AOS is going to get a second reveal?
You can have
That would,
Screamer
I'd be
pistols or
surprised.
power
It's not
sword there
impossible,
as
but I'd be
well.
surprised.
He's got a rule called Obsessive Enunciation, which, if he joins Noise Marines, give them sustained hits, which is just incredible. Yeah, he can use the Doom Siren to blow people's heads up as well, which is just great. A wonderful miniature, very Slaaneshi, and if you're getting Noise Marines, get hold of one of
Is
these as
Emperor's
well.
Children getting anything
Now,
besides
also coming
Marines?
for the
Nope,
Emperor's
just
Children
Marines.
in the future is the Combat Patrol. It's called the Callous
Well,
Blades
and their
inside the
Demon
Codex.
Primarch.
It's not coming quite yet, but it will be coming in the future, and it's a seriously combat
But I mean,
focused.
they'll have all the
combat patrol
Slaanesh
there. So,
demons in
6
their
of the
roster,
Flawless
so I imagine
Blades,
the
10 of
Slaanesh,
Infractors and a Lord Exultant,
the
really get
Slaanesh
stuck
demons
in.
will kind of be like all
It'll
of
be
their big
horrifying, but
monsters and
coming
stuff
later,
for at least a
not
bit.
quite yet. Now, of course, in the army set is coming the Emperor's Children Codex. This one's
Ricky
been waited
Chapman, we were
for
about
a
to paint some
long
new
time
gores.
by
This is
hobbyists out
fantastic.
there.
Yeah.
Tell me
Dude,
what's
that
the first thing that caught your eye.
Beastman special character looks
as expected. This
so
is a
good.
work of perfection. It's got everything from the background and the
Ricky
lore
Chapman,
in it.
glad you're
A little
happy.
bit of explanation
Archwell, I
about
think the
what
black and
Fulgrim's
pink.
been up
I
to,
like the
how
black
Emperor's
and pink
children, various
personally.
war bands have
Now, if it
been
was neo
fractured.
pink, I would agree
My
with you, but the
favourite
neo pink
thing
looks fine.
is these little cutouts that appear on
Fair.
various pages
I
as describing the stims,
disagree, but
toxins,
that
the
is a
drugs that
very
the Emperor's
subjective
children
thing.
have been
It's just
using.
like, do you
One
like
of my
these colors?
favourites
And
is
my answer is no,
Scalathrax
and yours is
Dust,
yes, and
which is
you know,
basically
everybody wins.
this crystalline powder that they put in their eyes that grows crystals and would drive anybody else mad, but the Emperor's children love it.
Oh, 140,000 is really grim. I love it. Of course, gamers can expect to find everything they usually find inside a codex from all the army rules. They've got an
40K is really grim.
Thrill Seekers.
Yeah,
where the army can
it's grim, I guess.
Or fall back and
It's
still
okay.
charge, but with a few restrictions. But
I feel
it's
like
still
Trench
exciting.
Crusade is where you go nowadays
16
if you want
detachments,
true grim.
which let you achieve various levels of perfection in there.
It looks
And we've
like,
got,
based on
lots
the
of
hint,
models,
the
all the ones we've
very,
seen are
very
included, of
small
course, all
hint
the
they
rules
give
in
us,
there,
it looks
as
like
well as
Grand
other models
Cathay is
also
going to be
available
the
right
new,
now. So
the
if you want to
first
start your
brand
forces
new
right
race
now
coming to
to get
Old
ready
World
for this, you
after
could paint
what
some
else the Beastmen
Terminators,
are
a
done.
Helldrake, a Demon Prince, Rhinos, Land Raiders, Spawn are in there, Mauler Fiends too. And what's really exciting is the Slaneshi Demons are included in the book as well.
Yes. So if you
Yeah,
wanted
Demons
a
of Chaos
feeling or a
are
great
getting
opinion
retired,
of
right?
Slanesh, this is your opportunity.
Absolutely, you can include your Slaneshi Demons
Cyan, I
alongside
will.
your Emperor's Children on the tabletop, which is just great. So yeah, Keeper of Secrets running around alongside Fulgrim would be a terrifying prospect to face. We've got the Crusade rules in there as well, and inside the Crusade, you're going to love this. The idea here is
It's kind of sad that demons are getting like retired as a race.
Rare ingredients
Like they're getting
mix
moved
up
to monogod,
strange
but they're not their own
elixirs,
thing
which will then
anymore.
have horrifying results for the combatants as
Very
well.
cool.
Just really cool, and of course the usual amount of new artwork. The great miniature shots in there as well. It's an absolute must get for Emperor's Children fans. Oh, I'm so excited for these guys, even though they hurt my Primarch.
So we've seen some fantastic stuff there from Age of Sigmar. We've seen the High Elf Realms from the old.
I mean, it's only been 45
ending
minutes.
with those Emperor's Children. It's been fantastic.
There's been some great, and Necromunda 2, of course, you saw in there as well.
Indeed.
Those Black Library miniatures were so good too. Yeah, it's been a really great preview.
Yep. Now, thank you everybody for watching. If you're over at LVO, I hope you're having a fantastic time.
Hey, if this is
you
it,
want
I
more
think it was a
details
good
on
show.
All of these and some of the things that we've not shown off, head over to the Warhammer community website. Remember to follow us.
It's
on
funny that
Facebook,
they
X,
added so
YouTube,
many things
and
they
Instagram.
didn't show on the live stream.
And thank you for joining me, Nick.
Thank you for joining me, man.
Thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah, that's it.
See ya.
All right. Hey, great show. Great show. It was to the point. They didn't waste a lot of time. I thought that was a really good show. I thought that was a super good show. I mean, especially compared to some of their prior shows. I think that one was definitely a highlight. In my opinion. But super good. Super good. I think I am. Oh yeah, I've seen that, Scion. Yeah, I've seen that. But yeah, cool, awesome, great. I don't think I have a ton to add. The old world reveals are very, very exciting. Especially the Grand Cathay hint. That is pretty hype. Excellent. That's, oh man. Okay, hold on. Actually, I want to go to the old world map real quick. Theoldworld.com. Let me go to the old world map and just make sure they didn't do anything tricky and like mess with it. Okay, you still can't interact with the High Elf information. Hold on, you know what? I want to look up that. I want to find that Reddit. Does anybody have the link to the Reddit post where somebody posted the supposed leaks? Because, like, I didn't get as good of a look at it as I would have liked. I could have sworn somebody DM'd it to me, but maybe they did. Maybe I saw it. I don't remember where I saw it. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it on Reddit. I know it was in the Warhammer Fantasy subreddit. Let's see. Bro, that God, Prince Vordry and the Zombie Dragon is so bonkers. Yeah, the new Beastman Shaman. Here it is. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, no, these are definitely new. Look, okay, so I wanted to show y'all this. So this guy took like the weirdest fucking pictures. Look at this. I'm in the way. Look at this. So this shows a fully fleshed out Estalia. It's got cities and settlements, an interactable faction banner, and then up here you can see Babali, which is the northern coast, with more settlements and 2 more new factions. You see Magritta here. If I take, so this is the map. This is where all of that should be. So here's Babali. Here's, because you can see the High Elf banner right here. So you got the High Elf banner here, but then when you go here, there's nothing under that same spot. So like Babali's here, Magritta is down here. So yeah, no, this is a fully fleshed out Estalia. I don't know why this picture is so fucking weird, but this is a fully fleshed out Estalia with settlements and factions, and it's empty here. In the Badlands, there's an interactable Estalia. Do you mean the Border Princess? Because this guy's been here. I'm pretty sure this one's been here. Dessa Donalba, the Bloody Baron. Because there was a Estalian character. There was like a character from like every one place. Yeah, because this guy. Oh, actually, no. I think he's new. Dessa may be new, actually, because Lord Fulma Ortageta is also from Estalia, and there was like one person from each land. Minland, Bretonian, Marienburg, Reichland. A lot of Bretonians, though. It's weird they haven't updated any of the dwarfs. Like, the dwarfs have been out forever, but none of the dwarf factions are interactable, which is strange. Yeah, this is the Kislevet guy. Yeah, so I don't know if the pink one's new. I'd have to go back and like look at the thing. Sea Lord Iceland is mentioned in the lore. What? On the High Elf one? Hold up. High Elves. Yeah, let's actually read the article here. Far from the war-torn mass of land colloquially known as the Old World lies the magical island of Ulthuan. This is the home of the High Elves, favorite children of the Old Ones, and foremost enemies of chaos. Despite many hard centuries, this glorious civilization is still near the peak of its lofty powers. Martially disciplined. Okay, near the peak of its lofty powers. That's a very. That's just not true. This is post-Sundering, post-War of the Beard? I think not, but okay. Martially disciplined, magically accomplished, they're prideful to a fault. Armies are elite with warriors with spirit skill and sorcerers of great prescience, and they are now ready to set sail and wage war. Plethora new minis. Yeah, okay. Arcane Journal is a 48-page book that contains the history of the Elves of Ulthuan, along with the Cracian host and the Seaguard garrison. Lord of Krace. Wildlands of Krace are tainted by chaos. Creatures warped by winds of magic of the Raging Ulthuan. The elves of this realm are warriors by necessity. Each consummate woodsman, hunter, protected furs, claimed from savage mountain lions. The Lord of Krace is paragon of his crown, adorned with a lion cloak, made and armed with an axe and sword, which he wields with consummate grace. Forged gold resin. Okay, yeah, whatever. Ishaya Vess, the Sentinel of the Silent Isle. Oh my god! Yeah, Sea Lord Island! Oh, Sea Lord Island's back! Whew, yeah, I was actually really worried Sea Lord Island was not going to be in this. The High Elves ply the seas with one of the grandest navies in existence. Singled out by Sea Lord Island for her unwavering discipline and fearsome fighting prowess, Ishaya Vess has been named the Sentinel of the Silent Isle and granted the responsibility of commanding a coastal garrison in defense of the sacred homeland. Armed with the trident of Mathland's ire, Vess is happiest when leading a unit of Lothern Seaguard into the heart of battle. Hell fucking yes. So Seaguard, I wonder if the Seaguard will be the name of the. I wonder if the Seaguard will be the name of the Islands faction. I was guessing it was going to be named the Sea Patrol. That way, it's just directly based on the Storm of Chaos faction. But I wonder if they'll use the new name, which is the Seaguard. That's super interesting. Lyrian Reavers are young. No, I don't think she'll be a legendary hero. I don't think she'll be in Total War. Ishaya Vess, I would highly doubt that she'll be in Total War. I think she's going to be Old World exclusive because we don't know what her story is. It's for all we know, she dies during the Old World. We have no idea what her story is. So Games Workshop, like, for all we know, she's going to die during the years to come, in which case she's not around. Or it could be that Games Workshop considers her exclusive to the Old World. But the way that Total War tends to function and the way that they pick their characters, the highest priority goes to the 8th edition characters. So but you're not gonna see her. You'll probably get Sea Lord Island, and you'll probably get Corhill and Caradryan at some point. I don't think you're gonna get any of the characters from Old World. Yeah, and the Illyrian Reavers, who look absolutely fantastic. It's kind of interesting that they chose Illyrian Reavers as like the full new box, because they mention here that this unit is heavily influenced by the miniatures found in the old Island of Bloodsex back in 2010. So like, they could have just kept these guys with the Island of Blood version, because I think the Island of Blood minis looked fine. So it's interesting to me that they took these and kind of updated them. Because like Silverhelms, I think would have been a way better choice. Because the Silverhelms, like, they're ugly, dude. They look, I would not buy these. These are hideous, in my opinion. Or like Spearmen and Archers, they could also use new kits. Like the White Lions are not great. They hold up okay. They're not very pretty though. They're kind of ugly. But like the Spearmen and the Archers are hideous. Hideous. Did I notice in the Brave Shaman article that Morgur is dead? Yeah, temporarily. I mean, in the same article, it talks about how that character is looking for where he's going to be reborn. Because Morgur doesn't stay dead. That's the whole point of Morgur. So, the thing that I actually really... So, yeah, this is, Kralmaw. So, Kralmaw, yeah, it talks about, Morgur prophesized Kralmaw's birth, and Kralmaw is now the prophet of ruin. And then, yeah, he was not present when the Widows killed Morgur, but he's received a simultaneous vision of death and rebirth when Morgur died, within some shrouded woodland clearing. And now Kralmaw stalks the land seeking the infant that will one day become... So Morgur's already alive again. He's already been reborn. He's just looking for him. That being said, with the way that the Old World timeline seems like it's gonna work, we're only in like 2270, I think, right now. So there's a good 30 years ish before shit hits the fan. So Morgur is probably gonna build. They're gonna build up to Morgur. They're not gonna start with him, but they're gonna build up to him. Which I think is a good idea. I think that's a totally good idea. How old can Beastmen get? It depends on the Beastman. It depends on the Beastman in question. Some Beastmen can get insanely old. Some live like normal human life spans. Because, like, Malagor the Dark Omen is, like, super fucking old. Like, he should be around during this timeline, but Games Workshop might not remember that they said that he is. Because it's not in the Beastman book. It's in the Wood Elf book. So, in the Wood Elf storyline, Malagor attacks... let's see. Yeah, so, yeah, this was led by, Mograk, the Lord of Crows, who is Malagor. So if we get a calculator up, because the Wood Elf timeline and stuff is annoying, because you have to, like, do math to figure out what year it is. So this is 245. So this would have been, so in 2252, Malagor was attacked Athel Loren. Which is 20 years before where we currently are. So what could be happening? The thing that I'm kind of expecting them to do, is I'm kind of expecting that they're gonna take the Slaughter at Bleak Meadow storyline, which was originally about Malagor, and I think they're gonna retcon it so that it's about Morgur instead. Because that would actually work out. This would mean that in the old world, which actually I forget, do these books have, I don't think these books have timelines in them, do they? I don't remember if the Arcane Journals have timelines. Let's see, Bretonia. 20, okay, we're in 2276. Okay. So 2276, that means that the Slaughter of Bleak Meadow was 22 years ago. They might keep that as being Malagor. But I'm actually a little surprised they didn't bring Malagor back as the many. Like, I love this guy. This guy's great. I'm super happy with this dude. I do hope Malagor makes a return though at some point. What about the Winter of Woe? No, the Winter of Woe was like ages ago. That was a super long time ago. The Winter of Woe was the founding event for Athel Loren's, for the Wood Elves. Because the Winter of Woe happened at the end of the War of Vengeance. Because it was when the dwarfs attacked the Wood Elves around Athel Loren, and the Wood Elves teamed up with the Forest Spirits. Or, well, the Wood Elves retreated into Athel Loren, and the forest helped them defeat the dwarfs. And then the Greenskins showed up in like a big wah during that winter, and the Wood Elves fought like a super desperate battle. And that's when Orion and Ariel pop out for the first time. That's the Winter of Woe. So that was like thousands of years ago. That was not anytime recent. Malagor could still be back. Every journal has 2 to 3 special characters. Yeah, I would be pleased to see him back. It would be, I think it'd be a little weird to have 2 shaman characters in the book. When they could do like Goros Warhoof, who also had like a unique mini. I hope we get Malagor back though. How old is Malus Darkblade? Ooh, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I don't remember that off the top of my head. All right. Anyway, so I believe that's everything. We've read all the articles. I am really, really pleased with today's reveals. I am extremely pleased with today's reveals. The fact that the High Elves are getting back the ship's company as an actual unit makes me feel very confident that the ship's company are going to be in total war. Because that was the only unit in my video I was like, I don't know about this one. Well, that wasn't the only unit, but that was a very big unit. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. because Ships Company felt like a really just weird name. But the fact that Games Workshop is doubling down and they're like, no, the Ships Company is still a thing, and we're sticking with that name. They're still called Ships Company. Makes me like, okay, we're 100% getting Ships Company then. When we get the High Elves for a DLC, which hopefully will be for the Celeste one. But like, dude, this zombie dragon, man, like, oh my god, this zombie dragon is so pretty. Yeah, this guy, so Prince Vordry, this guy is essentially the Wallach Harkin of the Age of Sigmar. So, like, if you're playing Warhammer Fantasy and you wanted to run Wallach Harkin, that's literally who this guy is. He's just Wallach Harkin in AOS. Alright, but anyway, that's it for tonight. I don't think there's anything else I really need to cover. We can chat for just a little bit. If anybody has any like particular burning questions or thoughts, or is like, oh, Sotek's standing here, I would like his attention on X. But there definitely are some videos that I want to make in regards to today's reveals. But that will happen in the days to come. Not gonna worry about it this second. Any hope for lore in the upcoming Beastman book? I mean, yeah, I'm always hoping to see more interesting things. The big thing for me would probably be, I just want to see what the Beastmen are doing in this time. The Beastmen did not get a timeline segment in their book. 7th edition books. Is that right? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here. If I remember right, they did not have a timeline section in their book. No, they didn't. So we don't know what the Beastmen were doing in a lot of different parts of time. So just knowing what they're doing this time of the world is going to be awesome.
Chex Mixer cheered. X100. How well do you think an Exile Bretonnia army that is 100% infantry would work?
In like Total War or like in Tabletop? Because in Tabletop it would work great. In Total War, I don't think it would work very well. How fast do you think Scalpers will buy out the Emperor's Children's box? In about 0.002 milliseconds. In Old World. Oh, I don't know. I haven't played Old World very much. I played a good bit when it first came out, but I don't really know anybody that plays it that much. And the one friend I had who was playing it quite a bit didn't like how some of the rules were written, and he moved over to oh god, I can't remember, some other tabletop game. I can't remember the name of it right now. And that game, I will admit, has a much cleaner rule set, but it also has significantly less factions. And the factions that they do have are like very small. Like they have very few minis in comparison. And I just don't like the ranges. I don't like any of the factions. Like they have one faction that is dinosaurs, which I was like, oh, dinosaurs. And then, but it's orcs and dinosaurs. And I was like, oh. So, I'm not a fan. Conquest, yes, thank you. It is Conquest. Yes, Conquest. Conquest, great rule set. Last Argument of Kings. Yeah, Conquest, Last Argument of Kings. Good, great rule set. I really dislike their factions. I don't like any of the factions that they have. I think they're all not interesting to me at all. Like I looked at all of them and I was like, they're okay. Like there's nothing here that jumps out at me as fun or interesting. For me, it's too historical. is the best way I could put it. There's too much emphasis on historical references, and I find the fantasy aspects to be very lacking. I can't sink my teeth into it. The same way. Yeah, I saw the yokai faction. It's just not for me. I just don't like it. Even the Spires. Yep, even the Spires. I'm just not interested. I would say that they do not have any factions that I would want to. I would not pay money for any of those factions. or to play any of that. Nope. Let's see. No burning thoughts. Just don't ever get to catch live streams. Oh, hey, KD iMac. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate the kind words. When is the next Friday night Friends night, or friend Fridays, or whatever we're calling them? Probably not this week. Because Gator Guts is out of town. Gator Guts is on vacation. And Genji, I don't know what Genji's doing, but Genji's doing something else. So we're probably not doing it this week, but we'll probably resume next week. So we'll be back to doing stupid shit on Friday nights, which will be fun. Probably next week. Every Warhammer release stream makes me want to buy AOS minis because they're just so gorgeous. And then to run them in Old World and just get more for it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the new zombie dragon has me like fucking foaming at the mouth wanting a fucking vampire count Old World army. Thank you for giving me a dose of reality and letting me know I'll never get the Emperor's Children box. I mean, it'll be fine once the full range comes out. Once the full Emperor's Children range is like released as individual boxes, you'll be able to get it no problem. The issue is the issue is gonna be the starter box. The starter box, like, scalpers are gonna get that so fast, especially because like especially because like Emperor's Children have just not really been a feasible faction for so many years, and they're finally back. When Morgar invades Athel Loren, what's the name of the the really bad one? Ooh, I don't remember what that war's called off the top of my head. Yeah, I do know the one you're talking about. That one happened further back. The one where Coadil and Drycha get all fucked up. What about Multiplayer Mondays? Well, Multiplayer Monday will be on Monday. Arch Warlock, thank you for the super chat. I think that people who think fantasy should have no historical influences or references don't understand what fantasy is. That's not what I said. That is not what I said. I said it was too historical. That is a very different thing. I did not say that it should have no historical. I said that it had too much historical. For my personal taste. But I think more of my issue with Conquest of Kings is that I don't like the designs. A lot of the designs don't do it for me. And I also am not a fan of the I'm also not a fan of how small the armies are. In regards to the variety of models you have access to is very, very tiny. Most of your units are like the same unit, but they're just like given a different name, or they might have slightly different weapon equipment. It's a good game. It's a great game. I would never buy the minis. That being said, if a game is so historical that you go, oh yeah, when you play this faction, you're playing such and such from real life, I'm like, yeah, no. Like, you lost me. It's whatever. Which Conquest is very, very, very that. In my opinion. Like, which is great. Like, they lean really heavily into their historical background, which is awesome and cool, and it's a niche that I think is good to fill. Because a lot of people think Warhammer's like that, and Warhammer isn't. Like, Warhammer, I think, kind of pretends to be that, or a lot of people think it is. But, like, you know, people are like, oh, yeah, the Empire is just, like, fantasy Germany. It's really not. It's not at all. Like, they use the German language for, like, naming conventions, and that's about as far as it goes. But it's not as deep as some people like to think it is. Like, you know, a good example is that, like, the High Elves and the Dark Elves are significantly far more drawn from the Malabonians. Not like real life. A lot of people are like, oh, they're just like It's like, oh, the dark elves are like Americans. It's like, no. no, they're not. I understand why you think that way, because I used to also think that. But the Empire's more Holy Roman Empire, it's really not that either. Like, naming conventions and some very loose connections, but it's like, when you dive down into like its structure and how it functions and everything, it does not tie well. Have I seen the new Vampire Nightmare? Yeah, we went into all the articles. They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Is it a hot take to say that the Beastmen feel a little isolated lore-wise and have too little interactions with the wider setting from just getting their asses kicked all the time? I mean, the Beastmen fall under the exact same problem Bretonnia falls under, which is that they did not get an 8th edition book. Like, if you didn't get an 8th edition book, that faction was going to feel very, very left behind. And you're gonna feel like you're gonna look at it and go, oh, well, this faction feels like it has no relevance in the wider setting. And it's because you didn't get an 8th edition book. The only faction that managed to dodge that bullet was the Skaven, but that's because the Skaven got so much focus in like Black Library books as main characters that they were kind of able to bridge the gap, and they also got like a massive end times focus. But the Beastmen and Bretonnia felt so far behind. Like they I would say they feel the same levels of like, oh, these guys got totally abandoned. Beastmen also have the somewhat amusing note that they kind of got picked on in AOS, while Bretonnia didn't, because Bretonnia just didn't show up in the setting. Like, Bretonnia just didn't exist. Like, you know, Bretonnia died with Warhammer Fantasy and stayed dead until the Old World. Beastmen had this weird thing where, like, they were in AOS, and they were kind of important, and they were doing they were starting to do kind of some interesting things. And then just as the Beastmen were about to get interesting, Old World came out, and Games Workshop was like, oh, and just like shot him in the head in Age of Sigmar, which just tripled down on that idea of like, oh, the Beastmen are just like the redheaded stepchild, where they don't get any minis, they don't get any like books, they get nothing. All they get is shit on. So hopefully the Old World, the big thing the Beastmen need is they need just an updated range to feel really exciting. They've been around for forever. They're enduring though. I'll give the Beastmen full props. They are an enduring faction. they have survived death in more settings than anybody else, which is incredible. They are truly they are truly inspired. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much it for the night. I don't really see anything going on in chat that like demands my attention. I think most of these conversations could pop over into the Discord if anybody's like super doing that. But I definitely am going to make some videos about the reveals, which normally I don't, but I think in this case there were a couple of notable exceptions. The big thing being that like Grand Cathay being revealed is they're going to be the first new race, it looks like. And then the leak showing that Astalia is happening, which is bonkers. I wish the person that had got those screenshots, I wish they had taken pictures of Talea as well, because I don't know if it's Southern Realms or if it's just Astalia. But Astalia, to my knowledge, Astalia has never been as detailed as it is on these pictures. Like I don't ever, I'll have to ask Andy tomorrow. But I don't think I've ever seen Nostalgia with that much detail as far as like all the cities and stuff. But I'll ask him when I talk to him. In any event, that is everything. No, that was not Talea. I can literally show you. Unless, hold on. Unless the subreddit thread had, like, more pictures. Let me look on here. The pictures they took is only... Wait, actually? Hold on. What bay is that? Oh, wait, no, that's that one thing. Hold on, let me look at the Reddit and let me see if there's any other pictures. Some people were claiming it was updated today. I didn't see any new shields, but they might have filled in. The Warhammer official Twitter account tweeted about an updated map, but then they deleted the tweet. I mean, it's probably Southern Realms. I would guess it's Southern Realms. It would be insane for them not to do Southern Realms. Like, if they came out and did Astalia as a standalone thing, I don't even know what I would do with my brain. So I think for right now, I'm going to classify it under just Southern Realms. Alright. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Yeah, because the map, the pictures that people took of the map, there's no Talea on it. It's only Astalia. You saw Talea on the Warhammer Fantasy Discord? What? Do you know where on the Warhammer Fantasy Discord? Also, which Warhammer Fantasy Discord? Because there are several. I think I have it here somewhere, don't I? Maybe not. Oh, here we go. See, this is the... Oh, God. Warhammer Mapmakers, the Modding Den, Total War... dedicated Warhammer Tournament Discord. Nope, that's not it. Well, okay, let's do it this way. let's do the smart way. If you saw any pictures of Talea or Astalia from the old world, send them to me on Discord. My DMs are open. Send them to me, or send them to me on Twitter or whatever. Because mine are open. So just send them to me, and I'll give you a big kiss or something. But anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day. I'm gonna send you all off on a raid and like YouTube raid or whatever to just some random friends of mine. So you're gonna end up in some weird places. If you don't like it, you know, just be kind and just step out. But if you like it, you know, you can hang around and say hi to some of my streaming buddies that are not doing anything Warhammer related, and is a very, very gigantic change of pace. So don't expect anything Warhammer or any of that. But I hope you all have a lovely evening. I'm gonna do some work before I go to bed, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So please take care. It was lovely to see you all. I hope you had fun for today's reveal stream. I'm also gonna go watch Valrax. I'm gonna go watch Chapter Master Valrax's reaction to everything, because I think he's gonna be pretty funny. His reactions are always so funny to me. I imagine watching him is what people feel like watching me when there's like a new Total War trailer. But anyway, hope you all have a lovely evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, if you haven't already, go check out my High Elf prediction video for the Slaanesh DLC, and the Slaanesh prediction video for the Slaanesh DLC. If you haven't, go check those out. They're pretty cool, and they have timestamps, so they're easy to watch, and you can just skip to the parts you want. You don't have to watch everything if you don't want to. Anyway, take care. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.